And we are back with the SLS Subaru Legacy cars after 2000cc. It's a one-make Subaru Legacy event. And the car's under starters orders. Lights out and away we go. Oh, that's a really good launch by Malinda Gunasekara. He's on pole. And Malinda holds his line. The number 72 car, Malinda Gunasekara, still in front. He takes a lovely line around. Cobbs. As you can see, all the cars are bunched up together. 5 of them together onto the main straight. Malinda still holding his lead. He will defend his position going into Gooseneck. And they're all trying a slipstream. This is one car giving another car a good tow, but they break the slipstream now. Malinda goes into the corner. That's the easy line he's taking, not fast. He's got it on the outside. He'll clip the apex as he comes around on the gooseneck. He's holding the middle line through the S. It's a very defensive line that he's taking at the moment. He'll try and get some room between him and the other cars. He runs a little bit on the inside, clips the apex a bit early onto the hanger straight. Exactly, that might be a problem because now he has been overtaken by by 2 cars. We're just waiting for confirmation. So Malinda has dropped down to 4th. Malika in 3rd. Now the battle goes on for the 2 leaders who are going abreast together on the main straight. Who has the power here? Who has the top speed? It doesn't look like they're trying to do any slipstream. They're just trying to go at it. He might dive down on the inside. He's trying to cover the slipstream now. He's going to go into a very defensive position. He'll brake late just into gooseneck. It's Asanka Bandara in 2nd. And Randhika Niroshan is leading the race. Randhika Niroshan followed by Asanka Bandara. Randhika is a well-known name when it comes to racing. It's no surprise that he knew exactly what to do to maintain his lead here. He's going down the hanger straight. He's got a bit of a gap to Asanka Bandara. He's holding the middle line. He'll now cut in nice and early onto the apex. He'll let the car roll wide. There you go, onto the left-hand side. Then he'll come back onto the middle of the track and then try to cover his defensive line. I don't think that Asanka is close enough to really make a push on the slipstream. And is Randhika getting a good lead out in front now. Randhika knows exactly when to defend. He will hold his line. Has a good entry into gooseneck. He clips the apex on the left-hand side. He'll clip the apex on the left-hand side again. And then he'll turn in nice and early onto the right-hander. There we go on the middle line. He'll take a nice line into the S. He'll clip the apex on the left-hand side and then let the car sit straight in for a nice exit onto hanger straight. He's Randhika out in front. Asanka Bandara in 2nd. Randhika, he's got his car firmly in the middle of the track. He really doesn't have to defend at the moment because Asanka is not close enough to make a move under late braking. That's a nice line by Randhika. It lets the car run a little bit wide, so he'll get a good momentum out onto the main straight. Asanka cuts in a tad bit too early. I don't think he'll have enough power there, or the track should really close in on Randhika coming down the main straight. He's running too wide at the moment, Asanka. Randhika is maintaining his line. He'll close it nicely here. Asanka is not close enough for any slipstream. Randhika will hold the line wide, brake early. There we go, a nice entry into gooseneck. He'll go onto the left-hand side, and then he'll clip the right, and then again left onto the apex. And a nice right onto the apex again, and middle of the S. That's exactly what he wants to plant himself. That's a very nice defensive line. There's no way that Asanka Bandara is close enough to make a move anyways. That's a nice line by Randhika. Again, a nice exit, and entry onto the hanger straight. Now it's all about just making sure the momentum carries through. Right down straight. He's not letting Asanka Bandara close in on him enough. to really make a push to overtake. This is a very, very easy drive from Randika. He's doing it perfectly at the moment. There are no mistakes. He's braking exactly where he should. He's blipping it correctly. It's a bit of partial throttle right around the corner into cops. He runs a little wide. That's the exact line you want to do at Katu. You want to take that, you want to run wide onto the main straight and then cut across onto the middle, onto the right if you're defending, and just let the speed and momentum carry you through into gooseneck. This is the rest of the pack. They've all spread out a bit now. There's no real fighting between them. I think it is just a few more laps to go, 3 laps in this Subaru Legacy event. Yep, Randika Niroshan still out in front. It's a nice line he's taking. You can see Asanka is trying to push. He's really pushing, trying to close in on the gap so he can make a move on the straights. But at the moment, Randika is doing it nice and clean. So it's very hard for Asanka to follow or to get a line close enough that he can make a maneuver on. Randika ran a tad bit wide there, but not too bad. Not enough to make Asanka close in that much. And it's still Randika in the lead. It's a good lead on the mains, on the hanger straight. As you can see, the gap now to the third and fourth competitors is quite large. It's quite a big lead that Randika has built, and so has Asanka. This is a good drive from both these gentlemen. Randika has been clean all along. He knows his track very well. He races many classes here. Randika still out in front. Asanka just hasn't got the momentum through those corners, especially cops, to gain on Randika on the straights. Because Randika keeps it very clean, especially when it comes to hitting the right apexes and getting the line right through the gooseneck and the S. So what that happens is, by doing that, he has a good exit onto the main straight, which means he's carrying speed very smoothly, whereas Asanka is fighting the car, trying to get as much out of the corners, which means sometimes his entries and his exits don't quite match up, as you saw there, which means he doesn't carry the momentum to get the power down fast enough to close in on Randika, whereas Randika is running a very clean line. He'll stick in the middle. He doesn't have to do anything crazy. He'll stick the car in the middle. He just has to make sure that the lines are clean and that Asanka doesn't close in on him, because right now this is Randika's race. He's going a little bit onto the left-hand side. He'll have a nice entry into cops. He's clipped the apex just about there, runs wide onto the main straight. See, he's now building the gap nicely. He's really doing it very easily and very clean. These are the rest of the pack have just fallen away now from the leaders. There's no real push from the third or fourth position. It's Randika out in front, followed by Asanka Bandara, and they've gotten quite a gap between them and the rest of the pack. Oh, looks like a bit of contact here between some of the back markers. Yes, that looks like the Stanley Motors car. There's a bit of Dodgem cars going on the main straight. That's Randika still out in front. He's got a very healthy lead with Asanka Bandara at the back, trying to follow him close. As you can see, there's a bit of a fight, a few bumpers off, a few body panels that are worse for wear. And there's a dive on the inside, and yes, makes the move stick. Now going through in the S. That's a clean line. He's managed to make through overtake stick. But of course, those are a few of the rest of the pack at the back. None of the front leaders. Just a lap more to go, Lal, and the legacy event is going to be done. It looks like Randika has managed to keep this in his pocket. Asanka has not closed in enough on him to really make a move. Randika still out in front. Lovely line. Doesn't go too wide. Catches the straight, and here we go. The checkered flag is just about to come out for Randika Niroshan, who's about to take the victory as he dances across the track. And that's Randika Niroshan with the victory, followed by Asanka Bandara in second. It was a good try, a good race, but Randika came out on top. That's a top 5. Ranthika Niroshan, Asanka Bandara, Menaka Sanduruwan, and Manoj Silva. As all the rest of the pack follow the checkered line. So that's 9 events down. And Lal, highlights are here.
Nimau targe විශේෂ අවස්ථාවේද යොමු වන්නේ. මේ තරග ආරම්භයේ සුබාරු ලෙගසි තරග ඉසව්ව. දාවර පොතේ ඉවතට ගිය දාවකයා. යාලි දාවර පොතේට එකතු වෙනවා. Karan-karuan dedenak ada.